Hi guys, welcome to day 7 of my daily vlog. I'm sitting here in my chair in my very furry. Sorry, I've been hanging out with my cat all day. A very hair-filled shirt. But so I promised that every Sunday we would sort of have like a little heart-to-heart chat. So I haven't really picked a topic today. Sometimes I just start talking and see what happens. Um, so I guess somebody asked me today why I moved to Oregon. I first moved to Oregon. It's my second time here. In my 20s, um, I grew up in Ohio, and then I moved to. Well, I joined the army, so they stationed me in Hawaii. And after that, I moved back to Ohio for a little bit, and um, I was in the army. Like I grew up Mormon, so I was like, it was like a big shell shock to go and see people drinking and smoking pot and kissing and all this stuff. I'd never done any of that. I never even drank a Pepsi. And I was 19. So there was things in the army, which I guess we can talk about in a later episode, that happened to just I've been diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And a lot of that is from the army. Some of it's from growing up, some of it's from what happened after that. But anyway, so after the army I moved to Ohio, and I met a guy, and I thought he would help me kind of get over all the things that happened, but he kind of made it worse. He slept with me, and then when he found out I was pregnant, he said it wasn't his, and he left. Like the first guy I'd ever been with. So it upset me, and my parents didn't want me to keep the baby. So I felt like I was the only one on the planet that wanted it and wanted to raise it and everything. So I moved back to Hawaii. It's the only other place I'd been to and lived. So I was there for a little bit on my own, had an apartment, and a baby. She was a little girl, and I sorry, I was looking at my dog. She was learning to walk and talk and everything, and then both of us got really sick. We got the flu, and we were out of it for like 5 days, and I kept taking her in to get her looked at. We both had like temperatures and stuff, but I didn't know anybody there, so it was just me and her. And when we started getting better, it'd been like almost a week since we'd both been feeling sick. She started walking around again, where she had just been laying around. And when she started walking, she, like pulling herself up to furniture and stuff, she was like limping. I didn't know why. So I brought her in, and it turns out she had an injury to her leg. And I don't know how she got it to this day. There was a theory that she might have stuck it through the crib bars and something, and I don't know. But because when I moved to Hawaii, there was a lot of calls from people who were concerned about like a single woman without a lot of money or a support system. When this thing happened to her, the state took her, and I had not been diagnosed yet with anything. In fact, it's only recently that I have, even though I've been out of the army for 10 years. So when it happened, it devastated me, and I became depressed, and I lost my job and dropped out of school and lost my apartment. I was on the streets. I was upset, crying. I lost a lot of weight. I got checked into the hospital. And because of all that happening, basically the family that was just fostering her until I got everything back together, they hired a lawyer against me to make me just look like, like not stable and stuff. And so while I was out there trying to find support and find a system and everything, I met another guy, and he said he would help me. But the exact same thing happened. He slept with me, I got pregnant, and he said it wasn't his, and he left. So now I'm pregnant with a baby boy, and as soon as he's born, they take him too. And I just, in my head, I was taught to, like, growing up, just do the right thing, obey authority, pray to God, follow the law, and as long as you didn't do anything wrong and you're a good person, everything will fall into place. But here, both of my children have been taken, and I have not harmed either one of them, and I've just tried to make a good life for them. But in the end, they took them, and they wouldn't give them back. So I fought for 2 years, and I've talked in some of my videos about that was the hardest fight of my life, and it's the fight I lost. It's hard to talk about them too. But after I knew that there was no way I could get them back, after the lawyers and everything pretty much sealed the deal for the foster family, I needed to go someplace to heal, so I moved to Oregon. And this was right around the time of the recession. And I tried, but I was like living in my car and trying to find a job. I applied for like 50 jobs, and I didn't get any callbacks. So even though I was upset with some people in my family that had made the calls and written the letters to the court saying that maybe it was better that my kids grew up in a family like with a mother and a father, I just moved back home for a little bit to Ohio. But I didn't stay there long. I became a trucker. I traveled a lot for about 2 years, and then I ended up back in Oregon, and I've been here about 3 or 4 years now again. And I really think I'm going to stay here, like, ever. So it's funny just talking about moving here made me talk about all those other things that happened. But life gets hard sometimes. I don't know anybody out here. I don't know any family. And sometimes I get lonely about it, but sometimes I want it that way. And that's so weird and contradictory, but that's true. Sometimes I feel lonely, but sometimes I just want to be alone. So, but I just stay at home a lot. I'm not working right now. Ever since my diagnosis, they said I didn't have to because I had some breakdowns on some other jobs I've had. I was homeless for a little bit. And then 2 years ago, I got attacked and ended up in the hospital at the VA and started talking about, because I was there for a week, and I started talking about things that happened in the military, and they just came out, just talking to the nurses, and that's when they were able to expedite like a disability claim and get me off the streets. And they gave me some money to set up the apartment, and then I used some of it to go on my journey in 2016 across America, ending up at Standing Rock in North Dakota at the pipeline protest. So that was it was kind of like a whim. I just left. I kind of left because somebody had did something to hurt me, and I was like, I never fit in anywhere. Everybody keeps screwing me over, and I just wanted to leave, hoping maybe to find a place to fit in or find a person that was cool, but I didn't. I came back here, and I haven't left again. My car has been towed, or maybe I would have. I've been having money problems lately, but for the most part, I'm just doing my best to get by every day and do these little goals that I keep making the videos about. So since it's Sunday, we'll talk about goals this week. Last week, we accomplished going out 2 times, and getting some errands done, including grocery shopping, paying the rent, getting a Social Security card, sending off a package at the post office, and going for a few walks. And I also got some video editing equipment. So this next week, I'll start making the montage videos like I used to. I really liked doing it, and people seem to enjoy it. I did it when I was a trucker. I did it when I went on my trip. And now we're making it for like a daily life thing. And clean the house. Maybe start on a phase into a healthier eating cycle. I'm gonna clean out the garage and make it into like a workout space. I'm gonna look at, colleges. And even though I've been scouting, looking at jobs, I might apply to a few this week. So those are some good goals. And I appreciate your guys' support. We'll just keep doing like daily updates and lists during the week, and then every Sunday we'll do like a little sit down like we are right now. We'll get deep. In the meantime, just small daily victories are getting me through this, even if not a lot of people out there are watching. I'm doing it for me. Just me alone here at the house with my pets. That's everything. That's everything. I feel good. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? Be good.